Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Around the JFL. I am Tristan, manager of the Sabres, and with me we have got Brady and Mackay tonight. No John, the commissioner, once again, but hopefully the rest of us will be able to discuss and talk about everything else going around. We have wrapped up Season 6 and are close to starting Season 7 1 week from today, with the draft fast approaching everyone. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the end of Season 6, upcoming Season 7, and maybe a few other odd topics that might pop up here and there. How are we feeling tonight, boys?
Pretty great.
All right. So, to kick things off, let's talk a little bit about the end of Season 6 and the playoff race, where each of us, once again, made playoffs, and some heartbreaking defeats along the way. The Rhinos handed me my loss pretty damn handedly, with an absolutely stunner of a defensive game, where then we had a very large divisional matchup games in the semifinals between both Brady and Mackay, against some pretty heavy opponents. And then finally, in the finals, the Sharks eventually took the win.
Was hoping we wouldn't talk about that.
This is the worst you ever watched.
The fact that a kicker won MVP should tell you how awful the
with Gerald
Super Bowl
Sim
was.
taking Super Bowl MVP in Season 6, which
Okay, that's enough of that. Next.
is very funny. We just have to give it out of the way and talk about the accolades.
Next.
But
2 on extra points and 5 for 5 on field goals.
It's like,
just from the kicker alone.
it's crazy. It's absolutely
Why
crazy.
why did they even try to run a play? Just first down, field goal, go for it. Why not? Next.
But, yeah. So
That's my second Super Bowl loss in a row.
yeah. But yeah. And it sucks for the Salamander fans out there, but we do have to give flowers to the winners of the season. But
No,
we don't.
I know both of you don't want to, but I will. I'll stand neutral and say they at least did. They got there. They had a good season. Brady, you went 8-0 on the regular season. The first team to do that. That was very much impressive, and everyone was rooting for the undefeated season, I believe.
It was all Chad Mander.
Chad Mander he had the best holds.
I don't think he had a freaking snap.
No, he didn't. Not the season.
Not a year.
Started in the Super Bowl, you would have won. No, I truthfully believe.
He is like the best Super Bowl quarterback. He's like 100% in the Super Bowl. He's thrown 3 passes for like 10 yards.
Hey.
But yeah.
No, I didn't have him.
No.
Yeah, in the loss.
No, you did.
Against the
You did.
Corsairs. Yep.
Yeah.
Against the Corsairs. I was
He came
thinking
in
that,
for a
like, when I
couple
won
snaps.
it.
No, not when you won it. You Season 4.
When I won it, I didn't have him yet. Yep.
Yeah. But we can move on from there, and it was a lot of firsts. We also had the first 0-8 team in the Centuries after they struggled all season.
Division.
In the same division, where they had both of their lead or starting running backs get injured in the season. And as we know, the Centuries' entire game revolves around their run game, with Rayshon Calipari out for almost the whole season, or at least over half of it. Things just did not go well for their team, leading them to the illustrious title of winless. And that's not where you want your head to be. But because of that gives them the first overall pick. So we'll see where they go with that.
That was a crazy Speaking of the first overall pick, who goes? Who goes first overall?
Who goes first? Well, it's going to be an interesting one because huge running back prospect just won the Heisman. However, Brady's very unhappy about fantasy at the moment as Christian McCaffrey is going insane.
You got another touchdown.
He got another one. Mackay's very happy. Brady's not.
Thank you.
But this draft class is going to be very interesting, I think, because of who is good and who is not with this draft class, because there's so many good running back talents, but the top two don't need running backs. So it's going to be
No.
really interesting to see who's going to take what.
I think how good are the Admirals' run game?
The Admirals'
Because
run game, I don't think is very good at the moment.
they have Tavon Revis and Splordon Mallard.
I would not call that a great room at the moment.
It's
Pershing
it's
is an
not.
if
It's Revis was okay.
Revis was okay. I think if Pershing go okay, because number one overall, I think if I were the Sentries right now, I would give Dale Rickey one more season. I would take. I'm either taking a wideout or a DB. So Teron Cherry or Jalen Worthy. Um, I'd either try to round out my bases as a Sentry and see if the defense is really what the issue is, but we know it's not the issue. It's the lack of offense because defense wins you championships, but you can't get to the championship if you don't win games in the first place, and that's where the offense is going to take you there. So I take wide out if I was Sentries here.
That's an interesting approach.
As much as I think Dale Rickey. Dale Rickey. As much as I think he deserves at least another season, I could see them taking Kurt at the number one.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, it's kind of hard not to with the way your team's been going. But so I think it's an understandable pick if it goes there. I think most of us probably wouldn't. We'd probably go somewhere else. But no, depends.
Yeah. I think if I were the Sentries right now, I think I would take Teron Cherry after the Sentries were the most scored on team in the league last season. They got a 240 points scored on them in 8 games. They averaged allowing 30 games or 30 points a game.
30
That's
games a point.
awful.
That's a pretty.
Yeah. I mean, that's the worst team we've ever seen. They've got problems everywhere, but I think I would start with trying to address the most glaring issue, and their defense is held together by sticks and stones, and there's not even like string holding it together.
I'm taking a look at their.
Every single person on their defense is on a $1 million contract.
That says a lot.
I recognize like 2 names here, and they're not good. Andy Tile and Marty Coolidge.
I was gonna say I recognize Tyle Coolidge and Mike McKeon.
Well,
Tile Coolidge.
And Marlon Swift and Jay Walker, but
I recognize Jay Walker too. But none of these guys are good.
no.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not very good.
Most of these guys came from the expansion draft of season 5, I want to say. And that was just the large draft class where there was 14 rounds, and Gavin held on to all of his picks, or the Sentries held on to all their picks, and just drafted all defense and free agents here. And they need something better here on this defensive team, I think, because you can't win a game if your defense doesn't ever get a stop.
This is probably not a smart decision at all, but honestly, they could go for the tight end, Cliff Mazeles.
Maybe.
it's not a good decision, but hey,
I don't think that's
offense.
What usage of the first overall pick, but I wouldn't be angry at it. You know,
I was gonna say I don't think it's a very.
I mean, if Cliff develops to like perennial All Pro talent, I mean, any talent anywhere on this team would be a massive help. So
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Taking the top.
I think that would be a funny use of it.
a tight end.
Grazier Pershing and having 3 running backs, Rayshawn Calpre, Cal Montgomery, and Grazier Pershing, all just like run down the throat. That's the only gem on this crown right here.
Yeah. I think for a tight end finishing 4th in Giesman voting, that could be a play. I mean, that's a freak athlete. So, is it the right play? Probably not.
Probably not.
Is it a? It's but like I don't think anyone from that top 5 was a bad pick for the Centuries. On the other hand, at the number 2 slot, the Corsairs traded away everything to the Hoplites to get
Huge
that
move.
pick. Huge move. And so do they take Glacier Perishing if the Centuries don't? Maybe.
I'm looking.
I don't know though.
I think there's a high likelihood of it, but I think it would be funny if they. I think there's a decent chance that they don't.
Well, here's the thing. So Icy's getting kind of old. He had a pretty bad season last season. But the Corsairs' new running back, Rondale Sowell, he was drafted season 5, and he was second in rushing in the entire league. So I think Grazier Pershing going to the Corsairs wouldn't be a bad move at all. In fact, I'd like it a lot. There's not that many holes on the Corsairs. Only 2 years removed from their Jupiter Bowl, right?
Yes.
They won one last season.
What?
Season 5.
Oh yeah. But anyway, I think the right move. I mean, there's not really that many gaps on the course.
There's not really a wrong move wherever you pick.
If you take Grazier second overall, that's not a bad play. You can't really do anything wrong here.
The only bad thing they could do is take Kirk Harvey.
Yeah.
That's
actually that is a bad move.
But like anything else
or take
is fine.
A kicker.
Yeah.
Take a kicker.
Yeah.
How good is the?
He's got. I can't remember who he has at this point.
Well, we're not going to take a kicker second overall, so never mind. Let's not talk about that.
But that's what I'm saying. See, like you're not going to do that.
Past that, we don't really have a huge power team in the top picks. There's really not a big power team drafting anywhere inside the top 10 past the Corsairs. So I think we're going to see a lot of just top talents and top prospects from each class just going down the list for probably quite a few picks, honestly, in this first round.
I would like to point out something real quick. Lancers have a top 10 pick there at number 9.
That they do.
I feel like that's the middle of the road first round pick for a new manager to because we had a manager turnover for
that
the Lancers.
Right. Yes.
Shout out to Ty. We love Ty. Retirement goes well.
Recently retired. Super Bowl 2.
Yeah, I don't know if Super Bowl 2 winner. I'm personally really excited to see what pick the new manager makes there.
I am too, because it's going to be really interesting. You're stepping into a team that already has an established career, an established winning career, and Ty did some things to this team later in his tenure. He did build a team that won a Jupiter Bowl, which is an accomplishment of itself. Now, they haven't been great since Season 2 because of some of their moves, but they do have pieces in place for them still to maybe succeed early on in this window right here. But I think in 1 year, in like one season or two, a lot of their star guys are going to either regress or start to retire. Like Cruz Gibbs, Ernie Gecko, those are Season 1 guys. They're on a ticking clock. Like, you've only got so much more time with them. Do you try and go find their replacements now, or do you try and hold on and keep that window alive? It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Here's
Emperors have pick number 12.
They do, yeah.
That's exciting. Tyrants have back-to-back picks, 15 and 16. Hoplites have 17 and 19.
There's a fun thing about the second round I want to get into, but going back to the Lancers for 1 second, the Lancers have possibly the biggest free agent splash in the JFL history right now with Denzel Mason going to the Cobras, right?
Yes.
And then have great.
That's the only mainstream one.
But depending on what happens in the next week, assuming new manager Chris doesn't really re-sign these guys, if you take a look at these pending rosters on the Lancers, Cruz Gibbs is pending, Travion Meissen is pending, DeMarcon Conker is pending, Asher Saylor is pending. A lot of these people are pending. So their salary cap is at 70 of 70 right now. they honestly could afford to keep all these guys because a lot of them have regressed, whether that's their fault or not. But we could see a big splash with free agency. I honestly think Cruz Gibbs goes. I think the smart because he's older. Ever since his MVP season, season two hasn't really done anything else. And so I think Lancers take a quarterback here. This might be where Simon Gideon goes, possibly.
I, with the people that are ahead of the Lancers right now, I could potentially see that number 2 QB falling to number 9. Uh-oh. Um, welcome back.
Died.
Um,
Did I
I
get my point before I died or no?
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
About Simon Gideon going at number 9 to the Lancers. Yeah.
Mhm.
I with everyone who's ahead of them. So who's ahead? So Sentries, they could pass or take number 1. Corsairs aren't going to take it. Admirals just got their guy last year in Kayvon Holland.
They're not giving him up.
Cobras are probably going to hold on to Lee Flag, I would say. He had a great season
Flag
in his
truther.
he had a great rookie season. He didn't do as well last season, but I think the Cobras hold on to him. Griffins just traded for Neil Drum. They could take a QB. I could see
I
them
think
maybe taking QB, but I don't know if they will. Cobras again, and then Jackals ahead of them. Jackals aren't gonna take one, so Lancers could realistically get the 1 or 2 QB.
I think I like Gideon going. I think honestly, I like either of the top two going because Kirk is going to be a big like that could be the new era of the Lancers, whereas Gideon might fill in. And assuming he keeps or the Lancers retain most of their receiving talent, I think Gideon could get that could keep that window open at least for one more season to at least make a run in the playoffs.
And I
So there's
think
two different here depending on how they go.
I think Simon Gideon is a guy who might struggle early on, but could be good later on. So even if you held on to Cruz Gibbs for maybe 1 or 2 more seasons and still drafted Simon Gideon, I think he could take a big step up in like a second season or something once he's on the pro level and doing those pro level workouts to get that arm strength up, which is really the only spot that he's like suffering. And so if he can work on that and start throwing a deep ball, he's already got the mid-range ball down. If he can just get it deeper, that could be a really good QB eventually.
I really like Simon Gideon going to a team that's already at least established. So if you could get, say you retain Travion Mason and DeMarcon Conquer, if you can get Gideon comfortable at the pro level with these proven veterans who have played at high calibers before, if you can get him like comfortable and in the groove, and in a season or two, he could develop into like a top 5 quarterback, honestly. So how I've been comparing the two, and I'm going to reiterate this one more time, but Kirk Harvey is the immediate impact changer. But I think Gideon, like you said, Tristan, might not have the greatest season, first two, but I think he could develop higher than Kirk if the cards fall in the right pattern.
Yeah, I like that take a lot. Past that, I think a lot of people are just going to be filling gaps, Direwolf, Sabres, Emperors, Paladins, next picks after Lancers. Everyone's just going to be filling holes on their different rosters, I think. Leopards. And then the back-to-back Tyrants pick, again, they're cycling through a lot of people. They're going to take best player available for the positions they need. I think let's talk about the second round. You mentioned there's some exciting things that are going to happen in the second round of the season. Namely, the Griffins and Hoplites have got half the second round picks.
The Griffins have 6 second round picks. So the second round is it's not the first round, but it's not the third or fourth round.
This
is where a lot of the still good players, still all pro worthy players reside. And so the fact that
such a large area of it.
Yeah. I think did Mackay just freeze?
Okay. He's frozen.
I think Mackay froze. Oh no.
I'm gonna poke his nose. No,
Oh, there he goes.
I was going to say it partially looked like he was frozen. It partially looked like he was
Mm-hmm.
just staring at the
Yeah,
49ers game.
yeah, potentially. Okay.
The hell? Why did you kind of look like Panay Sewell from that angle? Not
Yeah,
that much.
you like froze like um as you're looking at
Staring at the TV.
yeah, as like we were starting to talk about
I think Niners just won.
the Griffins
But
picks.
anyway, yeah.
So,
Event- Essentially, what I was trying to say is that Griffins could take all the rest of the good talent in this
mhm,
round alone if they draft well.
yeah. Ben is going to have a field day in the second round with how many times he's like, we've heard him on calls during drafts saying, I can't believe I just got sniped like so many times. I don't think that's going to be an issue for him this draft. I think he's going to be able to take whoever he wants, and he's going to be able to just sit back and relax after he gets his guys in the second round. Um, so Griffins are really going to shake things up this season with everyone coming in. It's going to look like the Jackals training camp from last season where they have like 12 guys or something stupid,
Yeah.
crazy like that. So I'm excited to see how many of these guys pan out. Um, Past that, I don't know if there's anything super exciting. There's a couple other teams that have got back-to-back picks, but not till later on, where it's probably not going to matter as much. Tyrants have got a few back-to-back suckers, like in the fourth round, they've got 3 straight. Kingfishers have got a couple straight.
Look at trade history for pick 35.
Pick 35.
Neighbors,
Holy Nikes.
hours, and now it's a great Kingfishers pick.
2, 3, 4. That pick has touched 5 different teams' hands, and it's not even. It's a second rounder.
The late pick.
Wow, that's a lot.
6, which is the fifth, has touched 4 teams.
6.
4 people, 86, 4 people's hands. Same with pick 96 has touched 4 people's hands.
Why are these low picks exchanging so many hands? That's
Because they're probably just used to sweeten a deal.
I guess.
How the trade market works right now is Team A offers Team B player for a draft pick, and to make their deal sound better, they're like, okay, I'll give you John Smith and a 5th for your second round pick. And then Team B is like, normally I wouldn't do that, but that 5th round pick sounds really takeable, and so they'll do it.
That's a great description.
Yeah, it is unfortunately a bit of a.
Get off my TV, Christian McCaffrey. I love you, but I hate you.
Stay on my TV, Christian McCaffrey.
And that's gonna be the final knee. That's gonna be the final knee for Sunday Night Football.
Hey, Niners are 5-2. Oh my God.
But yes, so a lot of exciting things going to be happening in the draft this upcoming season. Do we want to go team by team to see who needs what, or
Could just go really, really quickly, I
Sure.
guess.
Okay. So
I'm honestly really excited to see where Solomon Brockman goes.
Oh yes, the top D line.
yeah,
Because I feel like that's always a really coveted position to
yeah,
land.
I could see him going to the Admirals or Cobras if Sentries don't take him.
Cobras have pick 4 and 6. I don't think they pass up on them twice.
I don't think so either. I think Cobras are going to draft some
kind of
defense.
what I'm thinking.
I think Cobras draft some defense for sure. Last season,
You could see a linebacker.
Last season they let up 159 points, which it wasn't terrible. Still a decent defensive showing, but still pretty. That's up there.
You want
Actually,
have that.
159 is actually
feel
pretty low across the league. Now looking at it again, but I do think they draft both sides of the ball with 4 and 6. I think they take like a big tight end or receiver with number 4, and then a big defensive player with number 6.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go in. Let's go in. I guess we're gonna go in reverse order. Starting with the South, Tyrants. probably going best guy available again. Probably DB, most likely. They need some help in that room. Rio Cruz, Togan Engstrand, Jay Rollins, like that's a
Honestly, they just need to go best defensive guy because they
yeah.
don't have a full defensive roster right
I
now because of the trades.
if
Mhm.
you are if you're in position to if you are in the draft and you don't know what to take, it is never. But unless you're the Towers, you can take you could take a DB and that's a good pick.
Yeah,
Um.
Might as well take a
So
shot. Yeah.
I take a shot.
Yeah. Um
I think DB, line,
yeah.
linebacker, just defense.
Yeah. Jackals, they need to now fill their holes after their most recent trades. Um they have given up Jermaine Ball and Donnie Stroa before coming in, so now they need a D lineman. I don't think they need much help otherwise where.
You take D line and then you take best available, mostly
Yeah,
defense.
yeah, I would say so. I think probably D line and DB for the Jackals. I would say. I think their linebacker room
I
is
hope
decent. I think their offense is looking like they've got things starting to figure out. I think they just take best defense.
hope I hope for Solomon Brockman that he does not fall to pick 7 or 8.
I
Jermaine
don't
Ball
think he will. As a
and Jack.
top prospect at his position, I don't think he'll fall all the way down there.
Pray he doesn't.
Yeah.
How Jermaine Ball wasn't a Jackal for life still baffles me.
I don't know.
We
Lancers, we
talked about the
talked about.
Cobra. Did you skip over to Cobras?
No, we talked about them first.
You did?
No, we did the
Did we not?
Tyrants first.
We did
We were,
Tyrants.
we were just talking about the Cobras, about what they pick, though. Were we not?
That is true.
Well,
Yeah, we talked not taking. He had 4 and 6,
yeah.
so we did talk about those.
For
How
really quick,
how the
though,
hell did I miss that?
I don't know.
I but I'm remembering it now.
Cobras take defense and maybe a pass catcher. I think.
Mhm.
I think that's easily for the Cobras. And maybe an extra running back to fill their slot. The Lancers. Now, it really is. The Lancers are really the move of, do you move on from Gibbs right now, or do you give him a little bit more time to still stick around? If you're moving on right now, you take the QB, end of story. If you keep him for another season or two, you probably are drafting
DB
a
wide receiver.
DB wide receiver.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's possible if you can get Cruz Gibbs to take a slightly smaller contract, keep him around,
I could see
do
that
that,
happening.
go DB wide receiver, and if a quarterback is available late in the draft, you go with them.
Yep.
What were Gibbs' stats this season? Hold on.
Um,
Let me check this.
I think he was okay, but he wasn't anything stellar.
2001 yards, 15 touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
Well,
Put this in perspective, he's just below Nile Drummond, Conan McCullough, above Kaiser Otten and Kayvon Holland. So actually, his season wasn't awful.
it's not awful.
But
At least he's
it's
protecting the
lower.
ball.
He is protecting the ball. He's what you take to stay stagnant, though. I'm in the boat of moving on from him.
I feel like that's fair, potentially. Yeah. 5 interceptions is nice, but with that, that's only 2,000 yards. There's people doing a lot better than that. There's people doing worse, but there's a lot better out there. Um, into the West, Admirals, best guy
Wide
available.
receiver or defensive back, get Barik Bay some help.
Yeah.
Yep. Help, yes.
Yep, I agree. Or maybe even they go the D lineman to get more pressure.
Yeah, I could see
We did-
D-line too, but
We were talking previously about so they picked 3rd overall.
Mm-hmm.
So if Courser's pass up on Granger Pershing, do they take him?
I think it'd be okay for
I
them
don't
to
think
take
it's
him.
I don't think it's a bad move.
I don't. If he falls to the Admirals, I would absolutely take him at that spot. Even with the other holes staring me in the face, like if this is a generational prospect, I would
If he
take him.
pans out,
If he
if he pans out, and he was value of the number one overall
if
pick.
he
You could get him at
pans out,
3.
yeah, if he pans out to 70% of what he's valued at right now, that's still a steal of a pick at number
Yes.
3. So like if he falls to you, pick him, take him, whatever. Otherwise, wide receiver or some defensive help.
Yeah, wide receiver DB for me. Yep.
Yep. Um, Now for the 3 hardest teams to say what they need. The Corsair, the rest of the West.
Corsairs depth. Just
Yeah,
any position. If just upgrade at a position 3 or position 4. It's not
yeah,
that hard. Pick one.
I agree.
Boom. Um,
Sharks are Super Bowl reigning champions.
get a new kicker. That guy sucks. Next.
Legitimately though, I think they could upgrade their
Depth.
DB room the
DB.
most.
DB depth.
And
DB depth.
their wide receiver room is getting a little older, but other than that, just depth. Yeah, it's hard to
But tomorrow
improve.
Rand. Mm.
With the rest of the league's luck, the number one wide receiver prospect is definitely going to fall into their hands. Let's
No, no,
see.
no, no, no. They're gonna fall. That guy's gonna fall to the Paladins. You forget.
Probably
No.
Yeah.
some way these top teams get either to the draft pick they need, or nobody. I'm
It
thinking
happens. It happens when you have the entire running back draft class off the board in the first round, and it's like,
that.
oh, no defensive backs or wide receivers have been taken. I'll take the top
That was
guy.
a crazy draft. That was a ridiculous draft. Yeah. Paladins, moving on from the Sharks. Paladins just want depth, I think.
That's
Um,
available.
Either linebacker or DB to replace their holes there. Probably a linebacker if they want to keep their same setup.
I like a linebacker for the Paladins actually.
Yeah. I think linebacker is honestly somehow going to be a gloss over position again this draft. I'm not gonna lie, and I think they could get a top prospect all the way down at 13, like top 1 or 2. I could see happening.
I see the Paladins somehow getting Demetrius Flanner somehow.
Yeah, it's possible. The Central.
I want to do.
Go ahead, Brady.
And I was just looking at the teams we were talking about, and now I want to make a move that I don't have the cap for.
Into the Central Division, the Hoplites. I wouldn't be upset to see the Hoplites take a QB as well, though I don't know if a good one's gonna fall to them at their first pick at 17. So
The only 2 good quarterbacks. There's only 4 quarterbacks, and the only good ones are the top 2. So
yeah, I could see some of the later ones being decent backups or like project pieces, but I wouldn't say day one starters for the bottom 2. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do.
I think you go D-line DB.
I could even see a wide receiver pick.
That too, yeah. They don't really have it. They only have Zyron.
4. There's 4 big needs on this team. It is DB, it is D-line, it is running back, and it is maybe tight end.
Yeah.
But no, Tom, you don't. Tom Pass. I mean, he had that one really good year. I don't think you can just give up on him.
But let me tell you the names of their running backs. Drek Lettler.
He had one really good season, his rookie season.
Antonio Muma is
who
washed.
Continues to kind of randomly pop off for random games at random times, but he is completely unreliable.
He's volatile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you take a later round running back to introduce some competition into that room.
I agree. If he's better in camp, you play the young guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, I think it would be an all right move to let Muma walk.
Yes,
I do too. Yeah.
even though they're not hurting for cap.
Yeah. Kingfishers. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize this move that they pulled. Oh wait, no, never mind. He's injured. Okay. I thought they
You
let
thought Ronnie Wiley
I
was
did
traded? Oh
I
my
did for a
God.
second. I thought they let him walk for a second. No, he's just injured. Okay.
He's
I
he's
just scroll down. I think they just need best player available. Legitimately, I think this is the first team we can just say whatever's the highest prospect at your position you take.
It's been the team with the Kingfishers since like season 2. Like all solid players. There's a solid player, at least one or two at every single position.
But they don't have a star player.
Star.
Kelsey's
Did
in the
Sam,
Kingfishers, bro.
Sam Hampson lead the league in sacks?
No, he was close.
Mm-mm.
He was leading at one point.
Was leading. Okay.
Yes. CJ Precise at linebacker is still decent. They now have Soren Kelsey on the roster.
That.
And they've
They
got
do it.
Kenny Clayton is decent, but I think you just take best available wherever you're at, honestly.
Yeah.
I hate to I love bringing up running backs this video, but Mike Yacht and Chet Arno.
I don't think
Are
that's
very-
the best duo by any means.
That's not the best deal. I think I'm just gonna rip what I just said about the previous team. Take a late round running back here. Other than that, best available. And
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
I'm a big running back fan today.
Yeah.
After watching Christian McCaffrey pop off. Oh my God, what a good! He's such a good player. But
Towers are so strange to me. You don't. I don't think you're gonna take a QB. You just traded for Conan. I don't think you need running back. You've got 2 first rounders.
Take a running back. You've got the 2 rookies.
You don't need wide
you don't-
receiver. You've got Devin
don't.
Pacer, Dante Okada, Eli Monk.
You don't need DBs. You got the no-fly zone back together.
Maybe
Um,
I think you'd maybe take tight end or D line or maybe linebacker.
I think tight end linebacker.
I think I'm gonna do tight end and D line. That's the one position that the Towers have been trying to trade for multiple seasons now is D line.
Mhm. They
I
did
know
just
from
get Donnie Extroa.
Yeah.
They did.
Which
So-
is not updated yet.
Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
It's only one guy, but like that's going
Yep.
to help them. So maybe they don't need to draft it, but if it's available, I would take it. I mean,
Well,
it can't hurt to have more.
Yeah.
But
Will Paver has gotten sacks. William Tevin has gotten sacks. And then even if you keep the linebacker room at 4 linebackers, you add in Donnie Extroya for Leroy Brown.
mhm.
You
I
add
forgot.
in
That's still a
Extroya.
decent.
defensive linemen that can get sacks, and you run 4 linebackers and 4 DBs.
That's still a decent room.
Towers MO. So
Honey is a season 3. Never mind. That's all I had to say.
yeah. Shut up.
Fun.
Rhinos.
All right.
What do you think?
Oh,
you need?
Obviously, they
Rhinos.
need a new kicker.
I love the Rhinos. They're my team.
I think you move on from Craig Milleg and Pocourt.
What?
I'm kidding. We love them.
Yeah.
If I am taking over as Rhinos manager, our real gap that we've been trying to fill is defensive back. We have been since season 3 or so. We did Amy Brown. That was a second round pick to the Leopards. Had a great all pro season his rookie year, I believe, but hasn't been back up there quite yet. But other than that, I mean, really, I'm looking.
Glenn.
I'll tell you, yeah, Daryl Glenn. Definitely a lot of DB help. You might see back-to-back DBs for the Rhinos. But other than that, I mean, really, only hole I see is D-line and wide receiver. Late round guy.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
the Rhinos can always benefit from. Where did Roydon Sharp go? Oh, he retired.
Tired.
Yeah.
That's why the
Oh my God, bro, no.
And maybe yeah.
favorite player ever.
Right on.
And maybe a D lineman. How good is Zion Echo? Is he all right?
Don, he was interesting. I really liked his description.
Okay.
He's really good.
Marcus Davenport ass description.
Yeah. He had one good game. He was pretty solid in the playoffs, actually. But other than that, he was kind of like a shot in the dark. So you from the Rhinos expect possibly back-to-back DB picks. D line, and then maybe a wide receiver.
Yep.
And they're moving on from Poke or Craig Milleg and Icy Piz.
No. Why would I ever do that?
Shout out reminder now to anyone watching: if you haven't done your contracts yet, get your contracts done soon.
Yeah, you guys.
Absolutely.
It's coming
they need
up.
to be done before the draft.
That example, I'm just waiting to the last minute.
From
but,
the point of this episode being uploaded, you have got less than a week. Get it done.
Less than a week, yes.
Centuries we talked about at length earlier, but again, probably just best defensive player available.
Unless you do the irresponsible thing and go for an offensive pick.
They could upgrade it at wide receiver or tight end as well if you want to really do that, or they could take the quarterback, but I see either a pass catcher or a defensive player from this team.
This is kind of became a mess of the team after some trades.
Yeah.
Kenneth Adler in the protected, that's kind of rough to see. Niall Drum, I mean, I don't think you take him in a trade and then move on from him right away. So I think he's your quarterback for at least this next season.
I think
you obviously got to pick up another wide receiver. I think you've got to go with another DB man.
Yeah, the Griffins are in a rough spot where they are going to need. They've got so many picks that you literally maybe just start drafting the board and see who looks good in camp. And you just upgrade from your depth players.
I was gonna say that they own the second round basically.
They do.
So just draft a bunch of DBs, please. Don't mess this up.
Yeah.
No, can you? I don't pick until the second round. I need something to be there.
So for Brady's sake, draft that many.
He's gonna spread it around. He'll spread around his love, but yeah.
Every single second round pick is gonna be a linebacker.
Never charged for
the Leopards. What do the Leopards need? Man,
they need to stop trading in the top 5, then trading out.
Well, they didn't do it this season.
They didn't do this.
Honestly, they need another defensive back.
Yeah, they just lost Kamey.
Yeah.
They need a defensive back, and I would honestly try and upgrade at wide receiver.
From who, though? Marty DeBerry, Carnell Pierce, Malik Crowar, Ricky Toon. That's a good wide receiver room.
It's a good named wide receiver room.
I think they did pretty. I think
they did. No, don't get me wrong. They did good, but none of them really performed as like a top wide receiver in the league, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think you don't pull the trigger on receiver yet. Shifting back to my favorite position group to talk about today, running back. Again, another team that is not in desperate need, but could really, really benefit. I mean, you've seen Tony. He's trying to get a running back, and I think that is the correct move.
You're wrong, because remember, he's doing everything he can besides drafting one.
Yeah, he does want to trade for one, but we'll see. We will see.
Yeah. And like every so often.
He has kind of been talking like Azare's his guy, so
yeah. I'd be excited to see him stick around. On to the second council member team, the Salamanders. If you want to take over, Brady.
You need more.
No, I need D-line 4, wide receiver 3, and kicker. It's that simple.
Kicker is a very good.
Yeah.
I need. Here's the thing. I love Colin. He's done me well, but I need someone with a little bit more consistency.
Yeah, I would maybe agree with that.
For undisclosed reasons.
Yeah. Moving into our final division, the North, where I'm back to back. I would say my biggest one for the Sabres is probably
linebacker.
What? Sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sure. Honestly, I'm probably looking.
I mean, they're just.
I would like a number 1 pass catcher, Alano Mila is a hell of a fumble problem, and Rich Robridge from free agency was not it the majority of the
Oh,
season.
you don't have a true number one. That is
No,
crazy.
I don't. I
But
do
hey,
not.
do you
So,
want Micah Worth?
mm,
He's also a fumble problem.
yeah, I know. Not really. No.
No, I
Um,
think you got to get another linebacker. Lance Teakin and Alaric Dreadman, they're just not going to get it done.
yeah, you don't think so?
What is it?
Who
Opposite
knows?
day?
I don't know. After fucking Lance just won me Defensive Player of the Year, he ain't gonna get it done. Sure, yeah. And Larry Dre was on the all rookie team for linebackers too. Yeah, no.
I predict a massive fall off draft more. That's Ben. That's the demon on your shoulder right now.
Yep. Yeah. No, the spot I want to target most is probably either wide receiver, tight end, or DB. Personally, um,
Marcel in your bench.
he is. He was in the same class with Lance Teakin. Um,
Hmm.
he's been around. He might see some play time. We'll see.
Yeah, I think if you can get a Preston or Myala out of there, it's
Yeah,
a good move.
yeah. That's
You might have trade
I.
value with
I'm
Henry.
I'm okay with Ajax. Honestly, Alano's my problem. Just from how old he is at this point. Um, he probably needs to go at this point.
Yeah, I know my
I
season.
extended his contract just to keep him around in case I can't find something. But like, he's probably likely coming out.
You pick high enough to get one of the receivers.
I do. I do think I do. But so it's really going to come down to what's available at my pick, like for wide receiver and DB, because that's probably where I'm looking. And if by some miracle Cliff is available there, well, so. But yeah. Moving on, Dire Wolves, the Dogs.
I'm
That
seeing
are in.
three
Yeah.
glaring issues.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know the Direwolves that well, actually.
I'm looking at three position groups, and I'm
Tanner
not a
Volplan's a
fan.
Direwolf. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah. He's at the
Yeah,
very least
I
off of that 7 million contract.
That is
Um,
2 million. What?
he was an All Pro at
yeah.
one point.
He was
He-
insane.
Yeah, but
Damn, he's
You need another DB.
yeah,
You need
I
another
would
DB.
say
You need another wide receiver. That's not you should get another wide. You need another wide receiver.
Quan Recco and Lomas Perez are a decent duo. I would say
Yeah, but you need another one for Martin Doria. Get another one.
maybe.
Please.
Yeah,
I'm begging. I'm
I
begging.
would say
And then
also
running back.
running back.
Running back. Yeah, I was gonna say that's to me. Running back's the biggest one. Running back, defensive back.
Yeah,
he's actually really solid. You got old Arden Babylon up there. But yeah, definitely a number one wideout, some running back help, then you can focus on some DBs. But other than that, yeah, I like that.
What are you talking about Arden Babylon for?
Because he's old as hell. He hasn't been relevant since like season 4. Hello.
yeah, we're here. I didn't get that at all, Brady, for some reason.
Brad muted.
Why did you bring up Arden Babylon, that guy?
He's not on this team.
Like,
On the Direwolves?
He's not there.
What do you mean?
he's a jackal, bro.
What?
Isn't
All
he a
my
jackal?
right here,
Dude,
Arden
for
is a direwolf.
What?
Raymond
shit, he
Kane,
is.
Oscar Bowl.
Why did I think
Wait,
Arden
what?
Babylon? Why did I think Babylon was a?
Wait, is he on both teams right now?
Oh my god.
Wait, you guys are messing with me right now.
No. He's on the Dire Wolves.
He's there. Oh my god. What the
There
hell?
goes McKay. No, he is on the Dire Wolves. He was traded to the Jackals during season 3. Then traded to the
Oh my
Tyrants
God.
after season 4. Traded to Dire Wolves right before the trade deadline of season 5.
I
He's actually been here
still
for a
don't see
second.
him. I don't see him as a direwolf. That is crazy.
Huh.
Anyways, Emperors.
Emperors. Anyways, Emperors. They need to get some security for their players. Some personal security.
Yeah, they did this. They did just relocate. They are now the Jesodega Emperors instead of the Islone Emperors, and so maybe the curse is finally gone.
Hopefully.
Here's praying for Josh, even as a division rival. I hope that he can have his team stay healthy, or at the very least, not get career-ending injuries.
You wanna beat your divisional opponents through the game, not because they keep getting murdered.
Yes. This man has suffered enough. I think he's gonna take. He wants to take another receiving tight end. I do think he needs another pass catcher for sure. Whether that's tight end or wide receiver, I think he definitely needs that. And I think he could upgrade the DB position again after he just lost one of them in last season.
Do we see the first 3 running back, 3 tight end set?
I would love to see it, honestly.
That'd be crazy.
I would love to
4
see
tight
that
ends.
shit.
Give me 4.
Give me 4 tight ends. If anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be the Emperors eventually.
It's gotta be. Or the Hot Boys.
Hot Boys
Is that a
challenge? No.
Jackson Metcalf was a bum. Told nobody to draft him.
I wouldn't call him a bum, but he definitely ain't. He ain't it.
He played basketball. A football player.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about him. I forgot that's what his whole thing was. But yeah, I think he needs another pass catcher and then either D lineman or DB on the defensive side. His linebackers are great. That's an insane linebacker room. Kelly Green, Gerard Battle, and Caspian Dericho.
That's really good.
That's an insane linebacker room. He's got a good one. The whole linebackers of the North are good, but Emperors probably have the best top to bottom room, I would say.
What is this Glaciers roster, man?
It's going it's going through some changes. It is the page has Ishan listed still as the manager, but that is incorrect. It is now Theo. No, that's not right.
Main ball.
Is it I'm sorry.
What am I looking at?
I feel bad.
It is Trenton Odia, who is the new manager for the Glaciers, and he has got his work cut out for him, and I've talked with him separately before. He's got some decisions to make, and he's got some setting up to do, but
this is the first time I've looked at the Glaciers roster in like a while. Holy cow.
It's
Raybold. You got Raybold.
Only highlight.
No, you got Ryan Craig. You have Jermaine Ball now.
Ivan Deklov, too.
You have Ivan Deklov, you know. So it's not like it's a bad... Yeah.
No, but when you think of the Glaciers, you only think of Raybold.
I think of Deklov. I think of Deklov and sometimes Vance Hodges.
Sometimes Vance Hodges, yeah.
But
he's being over.
First thing that pops in your head, Raybold.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a lot of those guys are also starting to
regress.
Jarark Magnus is good for their DB room.
Yep.
I don't know about the others.
They just need to fill in their roster.
I think they need to fill the roster. Yeah, they take best
they only
available.
Have 2 linebackers available, which is insane.
No. And I would just like to point out real quick, as much as I hate the Glaciers as a franchise, as much as I have had personal rivalries with some of the managers, I feel bad for the Glaciers.
Yeah.
And they cannot keep a manager, and it is hard to have a winning team when you don't have someone managing it that wants to be there.
They have not had a stable manager since the end of season 4, so it would be nice to see the team.
Even was it at the end of season 4?
It was James stepped down after season 4.
He was around until season 4.
Yes, because
Was he really?
That's how.
he left
That's how many
after
people
my
we've
first
went
season.
through.
He left after my first season.
That's how many
I thought
people
he was
we've
gone
went
earlier
through
than that.
since him.
We've gone through like 3 or 4 managers since. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep.
We've been
So
through Will, Aiden, Ishan.
now we're on to Trenton.
It's 4 and like 2
Yeah,
complete
here's the
seasons.
manager history right here.
Yep.
Oh,
So
Okorny.
and some of them were around, and some of them, some of the managers were more active than others. I know Aiden at least did a draft.
He did.
Aiden did season 5 draft. Um, the others, I don't think we ever got a Glaciers manager to show for another draft, unfortunately, during that time.
Oh,
But
this is an interesting statistic that I don't think was officially entered. Look at the Glaciers record in sacks in a season.
what in the hell?
What?
Frosty.
For
There's
anyone,
this unnamed player named Frosty with
it
an
is.
inconceivable season that no one's talking about.
Is Frosty their mascot?
No, their mascot's Frumpenheimer.
Maybe it was Frosty at one point. I'm not sure. It's
Oh
I
my
know I know
God.
the mascot has been rebranded a few times,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
since it is mostly by manager naming, but
99,174 sacks in one season.
that's we should probably
That's a lot of
get on that.
sacks.
That's a lot of sacks. Um,
I
but
wonder if
yeah,
he runs one sack leader that year.
we will see what happens next.
The
Yeah,
fact that
love
the
it.
Glaciers have able to ride, I don't know how long that's been there. That's probably been there since like season 3. But there's just such a, I hate to say it, but such an unpopular franchise that barely anybody clicks on their roster to look at it to begin with.
hmm
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Trenton will be able to study up over the next couple days while MSU. He is an MSU student.
Please.
He studies up and everything and gets things figured out. See who's he's gonna keep, and he's gonna hopefully get some stuff figured out. I don't know how soon he'll be able to do it. He is missing some picks this season, but hopefully eventually he can. In maybe 2 or 3 seasons, hopefully he sticks around and brings some semblance of stability back to this team.
They've had the Glaciers have had a pretty good D line history actually.
They have.
Donnie Sherwood made All Pro, so did Michael Stone, so did Ryan Craig. They have Tyrone Quartermain, who was pretty good, and I'm pretty sure Bernard DuPont was okay as well.
I think so. So the
Nah,
Glaciers
he
have
really
got
will. He was
the
a salamander.
Glaciers. The Glaciers have got 4 picks to play around with, only their original picks minus their first rounder this season. But I do believe they've got some more in season 8
Stings.
from the Donnie Extroa Jermaine Ball trade. So we'll hopefully see some more stuff coming from them later on, but hopefully they find something good in this upcoming draft for them. But otherwise, they're going to have to hold on to these pending players, I think.
I'm gonna commission an icy piss drawing. I want to see a Rhinos kicker drawn.
I love to hear it.
I just realized that I don't have icy drawn.
Where's the Chad Mander drawing?
It's probably behind queue of like 5 towers drawings that Owen's desperately wanting to trade away.
You know, here's the thing that I realized is if I get a Baker Mayfield creamsicle jersey, that
It'll look like a salamander jersey, low key.
it'll look like a Chad Mander jersey,
That's funny.
and I want to get one now.
D-Wank. D-Wank is the towers kicker right now.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this is the first time I've been in one of these without a jersey.
that's true, actually. I forgot about that. That's kind of funny to think about.
Because I was in the rain all day and I'm kind of cold.
Yeah, fair. I did have one segment I wanted to talk about briefly. Now that we have fully wrapped up within all of season 6, the Pat Ross murder case,
Yes.
to spice up the season 6 draft, For those
Once
unaware, coming
again,
to the party late, Pat Ross was the top DB prospect for season 6 originally, and many managers noticed a somewhat lacking description given out for him, especially for being a top player. Was then found murdered at the Jiesman ceremony later on. And there was a list of around 12 to 14 suspects of other players who had been the potential murderer, and we found out later on that they were in fact caught during the regular season. Any words from our other analysts?
once again, or Josh.
Poor Josh.
That's all I can really say
Or
about that.
Josh
Poor
did
Josh.
not even draft a murder and still felt the repercussions of it after a game against the team that held the murderer, who we now know to be Jalen Hoselis. He was the third ranked wide receiver in the draft class, or third or fourth ranked wide receiver, taken by the Glaciers early on in the first round, who was their top wide receiver for the time he was still on the roster. And then once he was found out, he was immediately cuffed, taken away, and expelled from the league.
Murdered an emperor, then was discovered and sent off to John Land Gulag.
Yep. I wonder if he didn't get that itch once again and murder the Emperor's DB. I wonder how much longer he goes without being discovered.
Uh-huh.
I bet a while.
He probably gets in the middle of this season, I think. There's no way he goes on.
I think he goes on as far as he can without
murdering somebody.
Yeah. But as soon as like it happened once or in season to another player, it was pretty cut and dry who it was going to be. Because Thurman Jiesman, while on the suspect list, ain't going to murder his own DB teammate after a win. So after that, it's pretty obvious who it is. And the police investigation inside the simulation figured it out pretty quick after, along with everyone else. Which it's really funny because when they released the initial list of suspects before we got all the statements and clues and everything, I actually joked with John in private DM saying, I think it's Jazzcat Jr., like the in-city rival of like Pat Ross who murdered him, but I'm going to say it was Jalen Hoselis for everyone else. Because I want to take him with my pick because he's a Liar State high pick wide receiver. And then he releases all the other evidence. I'm like, wait a minute, shit, it actually is him. It's like, shit, I can't take him. So he wasn't going to fall to my other pick.
When he hears that one of his players is dead or has a career-ending injury, and he just goes, well...
Bummer. Yeah, right? This is like the second or third one he's gotten. Like, the curse of Islone is real, and God save him now that he's out of that cursed city.
Them getting out of there single-handedly might be a huge culture shift.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think Emperors make the playoffs.
I could see it
just
happening.
with the relocation alone.
I could see it happening. Because they've got a whole new market inside the city they're already in. Their original city of Islone isn't that far away on the map, so their like devoted fans can still travel for that game. And they've got a team that just escaped their injury curse, hopefully. So like, I remember when John announced like, "Hey, there's a city that wants a team or whatever. Would anyone be willing to relocate?" Josh was literally slotted in for the relocation within like 5 minutes, like live.
Because John was like, no major franchise is relocating.
Yeah.
Then
he offers that up, and Josh was immediately like, "Me, yeah," which I don't blame him.
I think the only other team, assuming the Emperors were fine with it, that's like the only other team that would be even worthy of that is also in the North would be the Glaciers. I feel, yeah,
I could see that.
I mean, I think a big move would be to move somewhere. I mean, there's just so much bad history up there in New Lushup. I mean,
Yeah. Just get a clean slate, potentially, if given the opportunity.
that kind of
It's
puts me on to one more topic. Actually, what is our way too early? Even before the draft, what's our playoff seeding look like? We got new playoffs actually. I think 8 teams
yeah.
make it. No
We
bye.
do,
Teams
yes.
no bye week.
No bye week. So now the number 1 will be playing the number 8. But that is
Mhm.
still, even from opposite sides of the bracket, that's still probably an easy game. But I like the idea of the underdog as well.
Yes.
But with the extended playoff bracket, now we've got 3 wild cards. Is there a potential to see a full division make it? I don't think so. It'd be extremely hard. Literally, every team would have to win every out of division game, and still a lot of other things to go right. I don't think we could see that much go, but I think we're going to see my early prediction and non like specific prediction is we're going to see the Northeast and Central, or sorry, no. We're going to see the North, the East, and West all send one additional wild card team.
Really.
I think the Central is going to be
Probably correct.
locked up again by the Rhinos, and I don't think the others are going to make it personally. But I don't. We don't know what the draft's going to look like or training camps are going to look like yet. So we're really just going off of what we have from right now. I could see. I could see Towers and Kingfishers once again being just a little bit shy of the bar to make that wild card spot. I could see the West once again being a fight between so many those top 3 teams that they kind of knock each other down a little bit to where they allow some of the teams from like the East and the North to take one or two of those wild card spots.
I don't think the Admirals ever win the West.
It's not until all of like season 1 through 4 players retire.
Not until after
Yes.
season 10.
Yeah, like
I mean,
everyone from season 4 and before has to retire to the point where like they don't have a head start on the Admirals. It's got to be all the way to there because otherwise they've just got so much going for them.
the worst that the second worst team in this league or in this division is, in my opinion, well, the Paladins didn't make the playoffs, didn't they?
No, they did not. The second worst team in this division statistically by last season were the Paladins.
Still a great team.
Two-time Duper Bowl winner is the second worst team in this division. Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're
It's
fine.
like I hate like reiterating the Golden West nickname that this division has, but like you can't argue with like it's deserved. They've got every
It is deserved.
3 out of 4 teams in this division have a Duper Bowl win. Like it's deserved. So
I have
they've got 4 across the league.
Oh, Salamanders play the Griffins week 3. Do you think it would be a culture boost or a culture hit if Chad Mander started that game?
why the Griffins.
This is probably the easiest game on the schedule.
Because it's the most bitter rivalry. Like,
You do
I don't
not have a
know.
rivalry.
I don't know.
Ben, if you are watching this, I'm coming for your giblets, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Speaking of the Griffins, I have a good point. Okay, so I have 2 teams that I think make the playoffs this year that weren't in their last season. Number 1, I have the Tyrants. I think they have a great young developing roster.
Tyrants
and
made
there's been-
playoffs.
The
Tyrants won the
Tyrants
South.
make the playoffs.
I think they get a higher seed.
Okay.
They were seventh. I think they get higher.
Okay.
Because they made it with 4-4
Yeah,
in
they
the
did.
South.
Yep.
It's because the South is sucky.
There's the Golden West and there's the rundown South, the sucky South. But no, I think Tyrants actually like. Here's my way too early. Tyrants higher. Maybe they get to 6, and then they upset someone, and then they get out second round.
I think they.
But I also have the Griffins getting in there, sneaking in just by a hair's inch. They have so many draft picks. if they miss on every single one, oh my God, what the hell?
That'd be more impressive than if they'd got none. What do you think? What
Yes.
do you think, Brady?
Got the Golden West, Stucky South, the not so bad North.
The frozen
Forget
North.
about them Central, and the
But what
Electric
about
East.
Central?
I could forget about them Central.
What? And the what East?
Electric East. So we
Electric
gotta find
East.
something.
I like Electric East.
I like
Actually. That's a-
Electric East is fun. What are
We
some
gotta try
other
and
what are
figure
some
out
other cool nicknames though for divisions? I think like
Stucky
the
South.
I don't know if I want a cool nickname. I don't want to like say like they're bad.
the Swampy South.
The Swampy
Sand Blasted South.
South.
Sandblasted.
Sandblasted. You got Tuver and
The
the and Dirk.
the
Swanky
sorta South.
Swanky South.
The
I like to could forget about them Central. Other than the Rhinos, you can never forget about the Rhinos.
You never forget about the Rhinos. Most popular team in the league. For the
Right, the
Central though,
Jackals.
I mean,
comeback Central. Central doesn't really rhyme with a lot of the words.
yeah.
Forget about them.
Forget about
I
the
mean,
Central.
Golden West isn't exactly a rhyme either, though.
That's true. That's true.
So, the Wild Central.
Wild
It's
Central.
it's not Wild West.
So we
It's
could be
Wild
around.
Central.
Right.
Just
the
from-
North could be like the bitter North. I mean, it's always a fight up there.
It is, or like the. I was thinking like the frozen North because of how cold it is for wide receivers and for how much run game we've got going on in linebacker talent.
Linebackers. Yeah, that's some gritty football they
The
play up there.
frickin-
That's the AFC North up
The
there.
the clothesline North.
No, in terms of like music genres, I feel like the South has to be like EDM.
No,
What?
this is a comparison.
And like, I feel like the West is like rap or like girl pop.
What?
Rap, girl pop. What?
I would think of
Because like
the
people
West
really
as like
rap, people really like
jazz,
pop.
if anything. Like the blues jazz for the West. Or actually the blues jazz for South could actually work pretty well. It's a little sad down there.
I feel like the East is more like country music because it's not everybody's thing, but there's a few things going there.
What are we doing? What are
North,
we-
I got
what are we saying?
Mongolian.
What?
The North is just classical music.
Classical?
Mm. It's actually such a contrast. How I view the North is how I see the AFC North. Just really hard-nosed football with linebackers and running backs being the prominent thing up there. And so just
So
like
also known as the
classical
Big
music
Ten.
playing while these people clash into each other is kind of funny. Like
Yeah,
that.
that guy Fly to the Valkyries.
Yeah, that's actually very
there
fitting.
we go. Love it. But no, let's so like if we're the way too early like division winners, honestly, I see Emperors winning the North. Even though they're not my team and I'm in the North, I see Emperors winning it. They've been
I would be
so
happy
close
if
the
they
past two. They've been so close the past two seasons. I could see them doing it this season.
Do they have a
I
playoff?
think getting
They don't have a playoff appearance yet.
Damn.
They
I
are
think
the most
getting
talented
out of-
team to not have a playoff appearance, in my opinion.
I think they do. Yeah.
I think moving the franchise is what's gonna change that.
I think it's gonna be big for them.
I
I
think
think
relocating and they're gonna make the first playoffs.
I think the Salamanders win the East again. Your team
Yeah.
hasn't regressed at all, except for just age. I think this team's gonna be all right, unless the Leopards pull something out of their ass. But I see Salamanders, Leopards going 1-2 again with the Griffins
How funny
fighting
would it be
for
if I
it.
started Chad Mander season 3 and Jack Malley still led the league and everything?
Let's-
In week
Seven.
You
3,
can
not
start
season
Jack
3.
Malley at tight end.
Oh fuck no. Hell no. I think unless the Towers find like a big blockbuster in the draft, I think the Rhinos win Central again.
I agree with that idea.
The West is always just a fight of which team is going to be dominators in the season.
The
Like
coin toss.
in the
I
past, it's
get.
been the Paladins. In season 5, it was the Corsairs. This past season, it was the Sharks. But like all three of them are all really good to the point where like it could be any one of them every season.
I have the Paladins.
I do too, honestly. I've
I
got the
mean,
Paladins.
Shiloh Lamprey,
Wanted to
Garrett
say
Breida.
Paladin.
That defense is still pretty good, and he's gonna get someone in the draft for. So I got Paladins coming back again, and making their like third or fourth Super Bowl appearance next season, losing to the Rhinos.
I see the Paladins winning the West and with no lower than the 3rd seed.
I have high expectations for them this season.
Yeah. And the South is probably going to be the most fought over division winner.
If nothing
well,
goes
the North
awry,
might, but
it's the Tyrants.
if nothing goes awry, it's the Tyrants. If the Jackals somehow their offense finally puts everything together, could make a run. If their pieces all fit, but I think their culture moves might not. I think their culture moves might set them back again. And so I think it's going to be between. I think the Tyrants almost got a clear run.
Yeah.
Unless the Lancers pull something crazy out of their butt, but I don't know.
Lancers are this sleeping giant, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine if they. Oh my God. Imagine if Garrett Breida was still a Lancer, if Tucker Borston was still a Lancer, if Morty Fay was still a Lancer.
That would have been the first super team.
Yes, they were the super team.
They were back to back. Made both the first and second Super Bowl. And if they just held the players, they would have been there for a while.
Picking the Cobras to win the South.
What?
Really?
That's the team I got
Yeah.
winning the East.
You got 2 first-round picks. I think they turn it around.
It is 4-6. You are right.
You want to hear the Cobras schedule?
I haven't seen the Cobra schedule, so this
Week
this will probably
1.
change my opinion.
Week 1, Rhinos. Week 2, Paladins. Week 3, Jackals. Week 4, Tyrants. Week 5, Lancers. That's all the division stuff in a row. Week 6, Salamanders. Week 7, Griffins. Week 8, Glaciers.
So these teams are all on paper better than the Cobras.
No. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that statement. I'm gonna say I expect the Cobras to
That's a
have a
tough
massive
ass
improvement.
A massive improvement?
Massive improvement, but due to their horrible schedule, I do not see them winning the South.
No. Their point differential was minus 78 last season. They were pretty bad.
I have a feeling it's gonna be over minus 100.
That's a regression, not an improvement.
Because I'm saying, like, I feel like the team overall is going to be better, but they're
Mhm.
going to be playing harder teams.
That's true. They're playing some dummy hard teams this season. That's brutal. That is real brutal.
Another schedule that I like looking at is the Direwolves. I know at the beginning, Mateo did some
Mateo was
initiating.
egging on John a little, and he's got Salamanders, Rhinos, week 1, 2, and then he's got his divisional stuff. Then he's got the Jackals, the newfound
Jackals are
rivalry
good.
cross division.
He
And
finishes pretty good though. Like these are teams that he is better than. So his first 4 games he'll probably lose. For last 4 he should win.
Yeah, he might. Yeah,
I remember John being like, I can't give him a normal schedule after the first 4 weeks. Because he was like, I can't have him go in Salamanders, Rhinos.
Sabers, Emperors.
Sabres
Yeah, I
Emperor.
can't. That's just not okay.
Yeah.
0-4.
Who else has maybe some fun schedules? Where's the Kingfishers
My
looking
schedule.
at?
Oh, Kingfisher's a great schedule to look at actually.
Tyrants, Leopards, Hoplites, Rhinos, Towers, Admirals, Corsairs, Lancers. Kingfishers might have a sneaky
I see
schedule.
5-3. I see 5-3.
I could
I
see
go
it.
Direwolves, Sharks, Griffins, Sentries, Leopards, Cobras,
Who has the easiest? That's what I want to find.
Lancers,
It might be Sal.
Corsairs.
Oh
Oh,
no.
bro, why am I playing the Corsairs week 8, bro?
Why? Because that's like a That's a pretty.
But we didn't play last season,
You played in the playoffs though.
but not in the regular season.
Wait, how is your schedule?
Low key, the Emperors might have one of the easier schedules.
Let me see.
They've got a few hard ones to start.
Corsairs, Admirals, Glaciers, Direwolves, Sabres, Griffins, Paladins.
They've got like 3 or 4
There's
hard
some
games.
real winnable games, and there's some hard games.
Yeah. Corsairs and Paladins are going to be hard for them, but I see everything else as winnable for them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Towers.
they could.
Towers are always hyped up after the draft. Let's see what happens. They take the reigning Super Bowl champion Sharks week 1. They have Tyrants week 2, Rhinos 3, Hoplites 4, Kingfishers 5, Lancers 6, Glaciers 7, Paladins 8. Three basically guaranteed losses here. Also 5-3.
Dude, how many West teams am I playing? Am I playing all the fucking Powerhouse 3?
Do you? Do you?
Admirals, Griffins, Direwolves, Glaciers, Emperors, Paladins, Jackals. I played 3 out of 4 West teams. What the fuck? I only dodged the Corsairs. What's going on? Why am I taking the slot of the Corsairs everywhere but in Divisional Week? What the hell? Why do I play both the Sharks and the Paladins and the Admirals?
Sharks schedule. I keep hearing the Sharks. How easy is their schedule?
They're up again. They're not super easy.
Okay, yeah, they have a good schedule. The weeks that I'm looking at that Sharks Rhinos game week 7.
Griffins might have a schedule to pull something sneaky off. They might Hoplites.
If they do,
Hoplites, Sabres, Sals, Leopards, Sentries, Emperors, Cobras, Admirals. They're playing
they
a
could
lot.
sneak in.
They could sneak in. It's possible.
I see the Griffins upsetting one of those big teams you just mentioned.
I could see one upset somewhere in there, and if they win those other games.
Mm-hmm.
Not week 3.
No, week 2.
No, not week 3. But I could see an upset, and I could see something crazy. Yeah.
I hate to say this because like I absolutely love Jack Malley, but like I just want to play Chad Mander so bad.
Don't worry. Jack Malley is going to get hurt for one game, and you get to play Chad Mander against like the Admirals or something.
Here's the perfect situation: Jack Malley goes down in the second half of a game. Chad Mander finishes it out.
Or Chad Mander goes like 10 for 21 and 103 yards.
103 yards, 8 touchdowns, 20 interceptions.
8 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. An entire bad quarterback season, touchdown and interception totals in one game. I mean, if you look at the Glaciers legend Frosty with his 20,000 sacks in one season, it's not unattainable.
But Chad Mander, he don't get sacked.
Chad Mander doesn't play.
He's never been sacked, Mackay.
He's never thrown a touchdown.
Mackay, look at me.
Chad Mander.
Mackay, look
This
me in the
is
eyes right now.
specifically made for your team, and you got him.
He's at Mr. Irrelevant, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he actually Mr. Irrelevant?
Season 4, yeah.
Mackay, how many passes have Rhinos quarterbacks completed in the Jupiter Bowls?
What?
Nah, that's
How many-
evil. That's evil,
It's the
Brady.
completion
What did
percentage.
you say?
How many passes have Rhinos quarterbacks completed over the course of all the Jupiter Bowls?
I think Phil Browning threw a pass in Super Bowl 5.
I think Chad Mander beats your entire team in Jupiter Bowl completion percentage. yards.
Did he actually take? He took snaps in there, right?
Yes, he did.
That's crazy. God, I've drafted so many quarterbacks. It's like unhealthy.
You finally found
These
one.
14th round picks could have been anything else, but no, backup quarterback.
Super Bowl 5, Chad Mander, 10 passing yards, 1 attempt, 1 completion, 100%.
Oh, I thought he had just one. He just had a quick first down conversion and got off the field.
Yeah. Jack Malley took a hard hit, was slow to get up. He had to come off the field. Chad Mander goes in,
Jack
throws
Miller
him.
just looked at Chad and said, "You got this."
Chattiest Mander.
He's like,
What team?
He's like on the sideline, like, I just got the wind knocked out of me. You take this one. I'll be
Get
right,
up, get up, get
I'll
up,
be
get
right
up, get up.
back.
No, there's no page for Cobra's player history.
I'll be with you in a second. Gee, I wonder why, because they're season 5 expansion team. But, it is, at this point, 12:20 on the time clock.
Actually,
It is. We've been recording for about an hour and a half. So unless either of you guys got anything more to say, anything else we want to talk about quickly.
go Ryan. Let's talk the Sharks. Mickey Mouse ring.
That's gonna wrap it up for us on this 4th episode of Around the JFL. Thank you so much once again for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have this video out before the draft and you can listen to all of our takes. And we hope everyone has a good draft. And
Not the Sharks.
We'll see how
Stop giving them the
does.
#1 prospect in the position group they need the most.
We'll see how everyone does in Season 7. Until then, take care, everyone.